27 miles and it just died. All right, here we go. Welcome back. We are on the Palatka-Lake Butler State Trail, and we're heading back to the parking lot. We're at 15 miles, so that puts us at 30 miles round trip, and we're already on the second battery. So let's see how this turns out. Temperature is 65 degrees. Winds are light out of the northwest after a cold front came through last night. We started out in Hampton, and it looks like we're in Melrose, wherever that is. Texting and bike riding. Don't do it. This is a beautiful rails to trails from a former Norfolk Southern rail line that was abandoned and turned into a bike trail. It's been a real nice one so far. It's maybe less than a dozen, maybe even half a dozen highway crossings. It's located in northeast Florida, just west of Jacksonville. Even though it's a little cool right this morning, it's 11:41 right now, coming up on the noon hour. The sun makes it feel real nice out with light winds. So we're down to 4 to 5 bars, and our goal is to hit 30 miles. But something tells me we're not going to make it, and we're going to have to pray for the emergency backup power supply from the first battery. That's worked out twice before. For some reason it regenerates itself. I kind of think that battery, one of the terminals on the battery, I damaged it when I was folding the bike in. I crinched it over, so I think that's part of the problem, where maybe it's not holding a charge like it used to, but it's also probably the reason why that one cell on that damaged prong still has enough power to, I don't know, energize the other cells, recharge them. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. You know, I think I kind of damaged the battery, that it's not holding the charge anymore, but it does have a charge in it. And when the other cells run dry, that one actually has some extra juice to re-energize the other ones. I don't know. That's what I'm just thinking. drop it in the comments if you think I'm going to make it back on this one battery. We're at 16.4 right now, just coming up on 1 hour on the seat. Boy, it'd be a really yeah, it's possible. You know, this one we turned around at 14 miles or 15 miles, and this one I've never really ran it. Well, I have total miles on it. I think I've been cutting out of 26 miles. Ooh. If it's 4 miles short, man, I better. Hey, it's the adventure. That's why we do it. And I can always, in a week or so, I can kind of just laugh it and say, hey, you remember when we could only go 27 miles before my batteries went out? Range anxiety, that's what they call it. After a week or we're not going to have to worry about that anymore. 65 miles possible at pedal assist 5. 65 miles, double of what we're putting it on today, more than double. That's pretty awesome if you think about it. For this size bike, I mean, there's other bikes out there that can easily do that, but you take this bike, a folding e-bike, with my weight at 250 plus about 30 pounds of gear, you know, like I say, I really am impressed with this bike. I mean, it's had its normal maintenance issues, and I still need to purchase the rear tire with the motor on it, since that is affecting my speedometer, and it's affecting my odometer. And like I say, every day I log down how many miles I ride, and I keep track of it, so whenever I do get that motor, and that's the big question mark I got, if you guys know, let me know. If I replace the motor on it, does the controller still remember what the mileage is? Or does it start out at 0? I think we're going to be running into a little bit of a headwind. I mean, there's not much wind to speak of. I think it was only like 7 miles an hour, but I can feel it. I didn't see any park benches or picnic tables along this route either. I don't remember seeing them. I'll have to make a conscious effort to see if I just overlooked them or what. I've been seeing a lot of these little tubes like this one right here. It's for garbage. trash drop off. See these little sand piles around here. Don't know exactly what they are, but it's some burrowing animal. Miles to go. We've got 3 bars left. Yeah, that's a horse trail right there. Just saw a little blue sign. See the little blue marker there? Starting to get a sore ass again. I've had this trail just about to myself. There's been more walkers than bike riders that I've come across. There's a lot of little parking lots to access this trail, it seems like. There's a park bench right there. Alright, 20 miles. We got 10 miles to go on 2 bars. Drop a comment if you think I'm going to make it. 10 miles and 2 bars left on the battery. I'm thinking it's going to be real close. Prison workers along the roadway. You don't see that too often. Morning. City of Keystone Heights. Pretty good little sized city. A lot of restaurants. Rails to trails. Well, did you drop your comment to see if I'm going to make it to 30 miles? How you doing? I don't know. 21.4. Used to be, you know, when I had a fresh battery, the last 2 bars could easily get me 10 miles. And then, like I say, a lot has to do with conditions. The only thing bad about this right now is I feel a little bit of a headwind, so that's gonna drop it down a little bit. You know, there used to be places that you could plug in, and I've got my charger with me today. You could sit, have a coffee, and charge your bike. And there's an app that you can actually find these locations that will allow you to recharge while you have a beverage. There's benches all around here. I just never noticed it. There's one little bench right there. with a trash barrel next to it. Well, we got our GoPro. That's weird because that was a 12 too. Turn my battery off.
Want to travel the country without paying for hotels or rent? House sitting lets you stay in beautiful homes for free while caring for pets. I'm currently staying in a high-rise condo in downtown St. Petersburg, Florida for free, and I'll show you exactly how to get started. My free house sitting starter guide walks you through setting up your profile, landing your first house sit, and unlocking a life of travel on a budget. Link is in the description or scan the QR code now. Grab your free copy now and start house sitting today.
All right. We're briefly up to 3 bars again. 22.1 miles, 8 miles to go. 8 miles on 3 bars. Can you do it? Drop your comments. Yay or nay. Will we get it back to the car, which will be at 30 miles. Pedal assist 5. Now we're down to 2 bars. Just after 12 o'clock, 12:11 right now. If we can get it to 25 miles before we drop to 1 bar, we'll have a halfway decent shot to make it. Hey, if all else fails and our emergency regeneration battery doesn't work, it's either going to be a nice stroll back or a hard pedal assist 0. And I can guarantee you they don't have Uber out here. I got a couple walkers with dogs. Thank you. another bench. So there's plenty of benches around here. Alright, this is that highway crossing where the Florida Highway Patrol was sitting in the bushes. See if he's still there. Nope, he's gone. Oh, just down to one bar. 24 miles. 6 miles to go on one bar. I don't know. We changed that battery out at 10 miles. 10 miles and we're at 14 miles. 14 miles. And we should get 16. Normally we get 16 to 18. just unplugged my iPhone from the charger. We're up to 2 bars now. Maybe unplugging the iPhone from the charger helped. On the 1 bar. On your left. right, 26 miles, 1 bar. 4 more miles. This headwind is not good. Uh-oh. 27 miles and it just died. All right. 3 miles shy. Let's put our other battery in and hope for the best. All right, guys, you're going to see this as soon as I turn the battery on. Let's see if we can get 3 miles out of this thing. Here, it's turning on. And we got 3 bars. 3 bars. Can 3 bars get us 3 miles? So that first battery kicked out at 10 miles, so we got 17 miles on the second battery. And our miraculously first battery, that just dropped down to 2 bars. 2 bars left. I don't know how it does it, but I'm glad it does. Still got 2 bars. "28 miles, 2 miles to go." Still got 2 bars. Still got 2 bars, 28.5. Mile and a half to go. One bar, one bar. Oh boy. One bar, 29 miles. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, here's the park. So I got about a half mile to go. .5. Half a mile to go. Can you do it? 4/10 of a mile to go. .3 of a mile. .2 of a mile. Come on. Hi there. Hi there. Well, I think we pulled it off. 1/10 of a mile. Oh, look at all the cars here now. Alright guys, so this is going to wrap it up for the Palatka to Palatka to Lake Butler. We'll catch you again next time. Adios.